EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Sentinels of Columbus. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And Bigsby once more. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Taken right around the 44. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Dances by him. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tank Bigsby halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Sentinels use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
But you look at this defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, Fields. He had him there open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Throw left side complete. That's Malone. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Hey, middle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
Here we go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 5.
11. Right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
It's a big play there. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Sentinels have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Don't jump. Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Easy. Go.
Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Now it's Fields. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Hey, middle.
Give to Bigsby on the option. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Go ahead.
Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1.
13. Shot.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seminoles will extend their lead here just before halftime. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go. Good. Yep. Right.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To throw is Fields. It's an out route, and it's complete to Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action, Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll run again here with Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And some room to work. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and a yard. Robinson up the middle. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he only needed about a foot there, but there was nowhere to run.
Yeah, almost felt like he was trying to get a bigger play. He knew he only needed a short amount of yardage, but instead, trying to find something bigger to pop, sometimes you just have to take those dirty runs, pick up the yardage you need, and start over with a new set of downs.
And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So on 4th and 1, the decision is, hey, let's take 3. But lo and behold, they'll come away with nothing.
Yeah, it's a disappointing outcome, isn't it? Especially since you know that offense didn't want to come off the field. And now not only do they not get the chance to go for it, they don't get the 3 points either.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st down, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A loss of 1. Makes it 3rd and 14.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Columbus. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
3rd and long. It's Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, 551, 551. Out.
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging them, giving a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Middle.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. Probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Baron Browning make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's taken down inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Jackson under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
A loss of 5 brings up 3rd down and 12.
Now it's Jackson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Fields.
At the 40-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 50, here's Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, Fields. He finds his man complete. It's Carson. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 4.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Now Robinson cuts up the football. It's loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.